again. Shine for them. Mistakes from the past can't repeat again. No, my friend. Big impact in everything we do. New heights we face, new ways, new place, new stage we set it. Make sure your thoughts align with your heart. If not on your brain, there must be a
You're now listening to the best music. 1 hour of the hottest tracks and coolest mashups of the moment.
Feel the freshness.
I wanna be in those places.
Happy Monday, family. Happy December. Basically made it to the end of the year.
I pray that you believe.
Well, welcome again to another conversation and let's talk with your
I
time.
wanna go to places. I wanna be in those places. I know you won't believe until you see. But I pray that you believe to see.
On the most creative over there, the name of the song is The Code, Believing in Yourself. But welcome again to the Blackwood Fire Radio Network Media for the 21st century. My name is Iwerton Longoria, sending you so much love and light this beautiful morning because you are the change you need to see in the world. A conversation that we are always having in regards to redefining Africa as we redefine ourselves because we are the change you need to see in the world. Download our app on the Google Play Store, stream on www.blackwoodfirenetwork.com for amazing healthy supplements, apparel clothing with the Blackwood Fire Radio logo on it. Remember, your health is your wealth and you are what you consume. Get your ashwagandha seamless featured at a super affordable price. But today I have the pleasure to have an amazing conversation with the one and only. Definitely he'll introduce himself. We'll definitely did a virtual interview with him last year.
Yeah.
Really?
Last year, yeah.
Oh my god, and now he's in the studio.
It's been a hot minute.
I thought it was actually early this year.
No.
But no.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, time. But guys, remember to download your app and also get your t-shirts, hoodies with the Blackwood Fire Radio logo on. And I have a guest in the studio who'll definitely introduce himself because we're going to have a very deep, amazing, mind-opening, inspiring conversation with him. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
It's a pleasure for me to be here, Eriton. My name is Musa from Kickskeya Global Village. Kickskeya, Kixkeya, Kickskeya Global Village. Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Anytime. I'm glad you're here.
Definitely.
You said Kickskeya. What does that mean?
Well, Kickskeya, basically, it's an indigenous term from Kickskeya, which is the island of what I guess they call today the island of Hispaniola.
Okay.
Well, before the name was changed from Hispaniola, it was called Kickskeya. On that island sits two different countries. You have Haiti and Dominican Republic. I'm Haitian. I'm from Haiti.
Right.
Different people pronounce it differently.
Really?
Some people say Haiti, some people say Haiti, some people say Haiti. I was born there and raised in Florida in the States.
Come on.
So yeah, so Kickskeya, I wanted that name to remain alive from its indigenous roots. And so yeah, there we are, Kickskeya.
Absolutely.
Rise from the Kickskeya energy, the Taino energy, the indigenous roots, the African roots, you name it.
Alive.
Yeah,
I love
definitely.
your vlogs. They're very inspiring. You actually believe you inspire a lot of African Americans to actually visit Africa.
Definitely.
And you definitely show the culture, the people, the love, the vibe, most importantly.
Of course.
How's that for you?
I mean, it's great, just for me, I feel like traveling is a privilege unto itself, like something that should not be taken for granted. And I always say to people, if you have that privilege to be able to travel,
Right.
you're able to, to whatever capacity.
Okay.
It could even be within your own country. Just the
Right.
ability to see things outside of your circle expands your mind. So imagine being able to experience not just America,
Right.
but other continents, different cultures. How much that do for you just within your own spiritual, mental
Right.
development and just knowledge of the world. Like you'll no longer have like that self-centered
Absolutely.
perspective,
Yeah.
but you're able to have like a more relatable experience, a more unique experience, I would say, a more thorough experience.
Right.
because I mean, mind you, we're only on this earth in the physical realm, if you
Absolutely.
would, just like for a short period of time. So why not maximize it to the most? You know, if you can.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's great.
I love that.
Yeah. And the other thing
Okay.
is just like vlogging and archiving
Yes.
my life experience. You know, like back in the days, you know, they used to write books.
Absolutely.
Before the printing press, it used to be oration, where stories were told just by oral traditions.
Right.
So your capacity to hear stories were based on a localized perspective, because you sat there with your grandparents.
Right.
Your grandparents only really traveled so many kilometers.
Absolutely.
So they can only tell you but so much based on their, you know, experiences. But then when the printing press came, we were able to travel more through the experiences of others by
Right.
the books that we were reading. So we were able to travel a little bit more
Right.
just from an intellectual standpoint, right? But now, like, with the expansion of just traveling mobily, like hours,
Absolutely.
like I don't have to listen to someone telling me an oral story
Yeah.
or listen to a video. I don't necessarily have to read a book
Right.
about it. I can actually experience it. And that was one of the biggest things for me. Like, I've always wanted to come to Africa.
Yes.
Like,
We've
I've
talked about
I used
that.
to hear, I used to read about it, see things on TV, but not like literally
Right.
being on the land. It's a whole different ball game.
Right.
And it's almost like I forgot everything that I had read,
Okay.
or I forgot everything that I had heard, because now it's like I'm having a real tangible experience. And those things really don't matter so much
Right.
anymore, because like you in the flesh.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
You
That means
literally have-
more
Yes.
than just reading about it.
Right.
Yeah.
And before you actually basically made a decision to travel here in Africa, I remember we had this conversation about the fact that you had quite a good knowledge about the real African history that is not really taught.
Definitely.
Yeah. How did that happen?
Well, I mean, once again, if we were to go back to school, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So growing up, you know, in the West, most of your families are either Christians, and there are variations of Christianity,
Right.
or Catholic or Protestant, what have you, right? Or maybe Israelite, you know,
Right.
or a minimal or Islamic. So most likely, if you went to school, private school,
Right.
you probably go to like a Christian school, a Catholic school, something that has more like a religious connotation to it. So like for the first, I would say 5 years of my schooling, I went to a Catholic school or boys school.
Right.
So there was zero education of African knowledge.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh, damn.
I mean,
Right.
think about it. So then elementary, well, later on,
Yeah.
when I moved to the States, around the ages of 10,
Right.
there was no really African history. I mean, you would hear things, but then it wasn't really the best. Like
Okay.
watching TV,
Okay.
you will see these quote unquote missionaries or non-profit organizations traveling to Africa, and then you see these kids like
Right.
like skinny,
Right.
skin and bones. Like,
It's the way you're saying it.
I mean, that's how
But
they
I get
depict
it,
it. That's
yes.
I'm not giving you a fictitious story, right?
Yeah.
I mean, imagine like at this point I'm like 11 years old,
Right.
12 years old, watching TV, and you see like a white lady or what have you with some soft-spoken voice to
Okay.
to get into your emotions, like, oh, you see little whatever they call the kids.
Right.
So like that's the image.
That's the image you have about Africa.
About
and what's
Africa.
really going on in Africa.
Exactly.
Yes.
And so, but then later on, as I started growing up, then my view of Africa began to change, because now the music.
Okay.
One of my favorite artists was Akon. You know, he's from, you know, West Africa, Senegal.
Senegal.
And so then I started like watching different movies and whatnot. So then you begin to have like a different perspective based
Right.
on stories
Right.
that people are sharing.
Mhm.
And then I started reading.
Okay, good.
Reading books.
Amazing.
One of the books that I read was Destruction of Black Civilization by William Chancellor. It was a great book just to kind of start opening up. Then I
Yeah,
started.
he's telling you be watchful of these mulattoes and white people. He's telling you how you got destroyed in Africa. How they depict Africa as you poor, dirty, wretched bastards. Look at these poor, dirty niggas with flies all over their face, starving.
I'm telling you, man. Listen, that's how they show it. You know, with a bowl of rice.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's right. In America, they didn't even show the bowl of rice.
Man, I'm telling
They
you.
just showed the flies. And the white lady, some big old white. Look at these poor dirty niggas. These bastards are so fucked up.
Yeah.
Look at them. And so that's called propaganda, family. And that's the Africans understand that they're the richest continent. White people have been stealing from you. Okay, that's why their civilization is better than yours, because they came to Africa and started stealing and gave you a fake God, the fake Jesus, or the fake white Arab, their cousin with the fake Allah. Okay, all these fake religions that you now worship have been at your detriment. That's why they're constantly they're stealing today. Okay, they still rob and kill. You say, "Oh, my daddy, you brought me civilization." How can somebody poor and wretched bring you any damn thing?
Right. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead, guys.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, as you put it, you know that. But once again, like that's just what we had seen.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not like we're making up this story. Like you watch TV, you watching a movie, commercial comes in, boom, send us a donation.
Right.
We're going to go.
And the funny part, let me say how many. Funny part, that money never went to no Africans. That was a scam. White people come in, look at these poor dirty niggas. They would get the donations and keep them. Okay?
Right.
That's another scam. That's why I would ask you, Keith, do you want to feed the children in Africa? I said, nah, I'm good. I'm feeding your fat ass. I'm feeding your fat white ass.
Right.
I'm not feeding no poor children, no Africa. Scams like hell.
So yeah, so then like as I started reading, watching things, social media started to open up.
Right.
You feel me? So then like
Now, I'm glad the brother read The Destruction of Black Civilization. That is a must for everybody at Black Eye Fire. I told you guys that's a must. You must have that book. You must read that book. You must understand what happened to black people. Go ahead, brother.
yeah, definitely. And then of course like African spirituality, you know,
Come
Egypt.
on.
Exactly.
You know, I started to learn about just the depth, the knowledge of that, you know, that was in Egypt, you know, the building of the pyramids
Right.
and so many things. And I started connecting dots between
But that science is all over Africa, brother. It's not just Egypt. Those
Like
are
Sudan,
African people that came
Sudan,
together
I mean, all over,
to culminate that civilization. They were never called Egypt. The white man calls it Egypt.
Right.
It's called Kemet, land of the blacks.
Right. I mean, definitely. I mean, there's so much depth within this conversation.
Absolutely.
You know, I mean, we can go as deep as, you know, as deep as the waters. You feel me? But yeah, so that was like the beginning of my interest.
Right.
And then, like, of course, like I grew up in church, and so
We all did, didn't we all? We all got colonized by savages, brother.
yeah. So, but here's the thing, though. Like, when I was reading the Bible,
Yeah.
you know, in the book of Genesis,
Right.
it talks about the beginning, but then it talks about like Egypt and those particular geographical locations,
Right.
and all the different ancient civilizations and kings. So that was like, okay, I was always into history, and when I read the Bible, the book of Kings and Chronicles, those are like my favorite parts because they literally chronicle different stories, and
Right.
those were not Europe. Those were not European kings they were talking about.
Yeah.
They were like European kings, but also that's not history, brother. You gotta go. Oh, damn it! I hit my damn horn. You gotta understand. That's not history, brother. Understand?
Yeah.
Those come from later on allegories, African allegories that they put
Right.
that they've now put into historicalized propaganda.
Right.
The white man didn't have any history, so those stories come out of ancient Kemet, but now bastardized into some books. And your first book wasn't called the Bible, it's called your Septuagint. This was your Bible, this your first Bible, called the Septuagint. When the Greeks come into Africa and invaded, take it over, they want a holy book. They want to be made into gods, and because Africans have been around for so long, they want the origins of African knowledge. The world today is still based on African spiritual science. How the world is actually governed, still to this day. Sadly, most Africans don't even know that. So, so when they came in, so the Africans said, well, we can't really teach you nothing because you people are fucking stupid. Right? So understand the average lifespan at that time, the Europeans was 35. They died at 35. That's the average lifespan. Average lifespan for an African was 150 to 200 years. These things you don't even know no more. These are facts, not my opinion. So I can't teach you nothing. You died at 35. So all your sciences, all your medicine, everything comes out of Africa. So they've now taken your science and now put white faces on everything to give you back what's over yours, and then put a fake white person's name over it. Absolutely fucking psychopathic. But what you see in the Bible, those people never exist. That's all allegory. It's all made up. But they do have an origin coming out of Africa, as far as sometimes they teach a certain lesson, spiritual lesson, or they are portrayed after an actual certain individual, a sultan. Name of the king in Africa was the sultan. That's why you know the Bible is bullshit, because the white man didn't know Pharaoh is not king. And he said, Pharaoh, let my people go. You don't even know that, since you don't know African history, you didn't know what no king named Pharaoh. Pharaoh meant house, a woman's house, because you couldn't be a king without the backing of a woman. Since you know, so most Africans don't know their own history no more. They read that goofy Bible and Quran. It said Pharaoh. No, the king of Kemet was never called a Pharaoh. That's the house. That's the woman's house, not a person. The king of Kemet was called the
He's traveled and actually just filming the culture, the tradition, and different kind of conversation on his YouTube channel.
Beetroot, nature's powerhouse, packed with vitamins, antioxidants and nitrates, it's known to support heart health, boost stamina and improve blood circulation. Our beetroot is naturally grown and harvested at peak ripeness. The roots are cleaned, dried and finely ground to preserve their rich nutritional content, giving you all the benefits in one pure form. Add 1 teaspoon of beetroot powder to your juice, smoothie or water, or take it in capsule form as recommended by your healthcare provider. Beetroot helps enhance endurance, lower blood pressure and keep you feeling energized and balanced all day. Fuel your body with the natural power of beetroot. Stay strong, stay healthy. Go get this product at blackhotfirenetwork.com at the Sports and Nutrition Store.
For $20.90, you'll definitely get your beetroot. Welcome back again to the...
Well, what countries has he been in airtime?
Okay, yeah, but before I continue, though, I was kind of like interrupted.
Yes.
You know, we had some local activities going on prior to the show, so I beg your pardon to anyone watching the program or listening. I didn't mean to abruptly, you know, but I guess the point that I was making when I made reference to the Bible is the fact that your initial question was, how did my interest spark?
Absolutely, yeah.
And those were some of the things when I still started seeing the terms, the names,
right,
that led me to like you know, my historical search,
Right.
which of course culminated into this experience. You know what I mean? But like, you know, in terms of as far as, you know, the other things within the scriptures within itself, that's a whole different conversation.
We don't mind.
But we're talking about the, you know, just the interest. You feel me?
Absolutely, but I don't know why. You used to teach about all this.
Yeah, I mean, I used to teach
Right?
history, health, all of that. Yeah.
And I want us to basically go to the conversation about health, health and benefits, and what we should definitely consume as Africans, because we do have a really deep knowledge about that. Which I think sometimes you dodge that conversation.
I mean,
What is that?
I mean, not so much dodge the conversation, but it's just like, I think it's just one of those things where I allow people to ask questions instead of me like just, you know, pushing. I think over time, as I've grown, I come to realize that, you know, sometimes it's good to allow people to come to you instead of you just like, you know, just pushing that. And then number two, I think right now I'm more interested in traveling and experiencing Africa.
Right.
I can have a conversation just personally, but I'm not necessarily teaching, you know, like health and wellness, holistic.
Right, but
you
you
know
used
what
to
I mean?
do that.
Of course, I
and
used
how
to.
was that experience?
I mean,
and how, like, what was the interest
I mean,
to start teaching?
growing up, like I said, we were more indigenous in our experience, and so I used to get massages. My grandparents used to give me like herbal cleanses.
Right.
Like over the summer, we go like to the countryside. You have a whole routine, a whole regimen, massages, herbal cleanse, bitter herbs and sweet herbs.
Right.
We did enemas. Enema is where like they clean your intestines. You know, like there's an insert. There's like an herbal concoction that they put together, a room temperature, and there's like a container with all the different herbs, and then there's a tube they insert into your rectum.
Oh my gosh.
That releases all the liquid from all the herbs.
That makes like you don't know what that is. Here, I told you guys, enemas are great, especially coffee enemas. So shout out to the young man. Look good. Oh my gosh, enemas are very healthy, very much needed.
Thank you. Yeah. So I mean, Ayrton had never had an enema.
Yeah.
So think about it. She grew up in the continent of holistic medicine, and she don't know what we talk about. Ayrton's a city girl. She's from Nairobi. Ayrton's a city girl, man. She don't know about that.
You still got to get the enemas whether you're in the city or the country. You need it.
Real talk, man. So yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I'm telling you. And the good thing about enemas is that like herbal enemas, it helps with your gut, you know, removing the bad stuff and you know, building up the good bacteria and all that stuff. Now I mean, these days people are so into the, you know, the microbes. There's a name for it, like those bacterial things they purchase from the stores, they drink it. Well, I forgot the scientific name for it. What do they call that shit again? But anyway, like there is a name for it. Basically, it's like cultured bacteria in the form of an elixir, like a drink.
Right.
And then you drink it, it helps with your gut and all that stuff. But those things came from indigenous knowledge. You know what I mean? So that was my first experience with just health and wellness. And then over time, as I started to learn about the food industry, and all the genetically modified foods and all the different additives. Like for example, I can buy a bag of chips in Europe and even certain parts of Africa. I buy a bag of chips and it's only 3 ingredients. But in America, you got a whole paragraph of ingredients. Real talk. I mean, those ingredients are not necessary, but they're added because, once again, it makes the food cheaper to sell. You know what I mean? So it's mass production.
It makes it last longer. It's they want to make it last longer. So it's really fake food. They want it to last longer on the shelves so they can maximize profit. So what you're eating is, like you said, you're eating garbage, you're eating non-food, you're eating fake food because they want to preserve it. So those are the preservatives and additives into the damn material. And so when you consume that, you really destroy your health. They don't care about money.
Yeah, it's
Right.
monetary.
But let me just say this though, not because some people will listen to this and who has never
Absolutely.
been to the States and they would think everywhere in the States is like that. No, you have health food stores, you have certain companies that actually
Are they
care.
really, really healthy?
Yeah, very healthy.
Okay.
You have organic stores, you have farmers markets, you have places where you can actually eat healthy.
You do.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
And so I don't want someone to listen to this and think, oh, it's no. But the majority though, like the general population don't have a knowledge. And so they need to have this knowledge to know that they have options. Because some people, they're not awakened, like their mind is not awakened to the fact that like you actually have options.
Right.
You feel me? And that's when I started to dive into this studying just nutrition, plant biology,
Right.
and the organic life. And so then I started to help my family. And the key thing is, the goal was not for me to talk about this on a global stand. It was like my aunt had an accident, one of my aunts, and she was having spinal issues, and so I wanted to help her. I started doing my research, like for my own self, my family, like my general home. When I started seeing the effects that it was having on them,
Right.
then they started sharing it to other people.
Right.
Oh, hey, you know such and such. Yeah. They told me about you. Oh, what did they say? Oh, they said that you helped them with this and you could help me. I'm like, oh, God damn it.
It became a thing.
It became a thing, you know what I mean? So then, like, I didn't have any choice. I felt like I had to actually, you know, just help as many people as I can.
Right.
And then from there, things just took a whole different turn. And so it became a whole lifestyle.
Right.
And I was living on my own for a period of time, and I would invite individuals to my house, and I would teach them how to cook healthy foods. I would put them on like exercise programs,
Amazing.
how to like, you know, exercise properly, how to
Right.
breathe, like, you know, just using your diaphragm and all of that. And people were seeing results. In fact, I can show you a message on Instagram right now
Okay.
of someone who texts me,
Okay.
of a lady that I used to help, but she recently passed away.
Oh my God.
But the person texted me, and I hadn't seen that lady since 2017. But the lady texted me and said, you know, this person used to talk about you every day.
Oh.
Even though I hadn't talked to her since 2017, and she passed away recently, and someone found me on Instagram
Right.
to tell me about that story. That's how much impact that I was having on people's lives. That
Right.
they will remember me after 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, for a lifetime.
Right.
So like, I really took this serious when I did it. It was a passion, it was a calling, and I feel like to this day it is. But
Yeah.
traveling is my thing now. Yeah,
Focus on it.
of course.
Like
What'd you say?
Traveling is intoxicating. You get to learn new people, different experiences. I'll tell you, it is the best. It is the best teacher.
Definitely. But I would say though, there is something in the Nairobi Ugali, man,
Actually,
that's
we
been
already
keeping
talked
me.
about that.
That's been keeping me.
Yes.
And okay, like I don't know why. Hey,
Ugali. Ugali. Man, I can't eat that mess.
Listen, Keith. I specifically said Ugali because I know your ass was gonna say something.
What
But yeah.
country was it literally Nairobi, Kenya? Which you're super like passionately about it to come and visit? No.
I wasn't passionate about
Before
Kenya.
you were like, I want to visit Africa. So which country am I gonna land?
West
To the
Africa.
past. Oh, okay.
West Africa was where my passion was. I wanted to visit Ghana. I had Nigerian friends growing up. Like one of my best friends from high school, he's Nigerian.
Right.
Senegal, I always loved the Senegalese football team. Like on the international stage when World Cup comes.
Right.
Senegal was one of my favorite teams. You know, like these guys, they were high flyers. They played with passion. They were physical. They just spanked Kenya's ass the other day.
Really?
Yeah. Like no one's touching Senegal.
Right.
And so that was the country that I wanted to visit.
Okay.
I always studied about the Fulani tribe and the different, the Mali Empire, like,
absolutely.
you know, like these things I was always interested in. So, Morocco, I came through Morocco first, and then Senegal, then the Gambia, then I went to Egypt. And so after Egypt, I came to Kenya. But like, I wasn't expecting.
You're so in love with Kenya.
Yeah,
right
what the thing is this.
Yeah.
Okay, like one of my friends, he even shared this on his YouTube. He's a YouTuber. We linked up in Egypt.
Okay.
And then he told me he was coming to Kenya. So I said, okay, I'll tag along. So we tagged along together. That was doing Mandamanos last year in May.
Yeah.
And so I didn't really know so much about Kenya. Doing Olympics, I knew they were marathon runners. You know what I mean? Because I'm a sports fan. Like, not just American sports, but on the international stage.
Right.
So I'm familiar with like different countries based on sporting events.
Right.
So Kenya is always known for these long stride marathons, skinny little legs, but then niggas be running. I'm telling you. And so that was my thing. So then when I came to Kenya,
right.
I didn't really have too much in-depth knowledge.
Absolutely.
But the vibe, like the vibration in Nairobi is very youthful. Like I'm a very upbeat, high energy, fast-paced type of person.
Yeah.
So when I came to Nairobi, it was like, damn, like the energy fits me. Like, okay, like West Africa is great in terms of culture.
Right.
You're like, damn, it's Ugali every day.
Man, listen, I mean, Mbuzi, Choma. But I had to get used to it though, because when I first came, listen, I came from a culture of cuisine,
right,
to the highest degree, like Haitian cuisine, Jamaican cuisine, Mexican, like Caribbean, Central America. We dominate this food industry.
Right.
So honestly, Kenyan food was like a downgrade.
It's bland. Everybody knows that.
It's bland.
That's not being known. Kenyan food's called bland. Even Kenyans know that it's bland.
We disagree with that.
Yes, it is. So even the family, we laughed how bland it is. And yesterday she said, "I'm cooking ugali." She said, "Ooh, good luck with that." It's bland. It's considered bland.
No, it's not.
Because you guys have staples. Because they put Africans in poverty, so they have staple meals that doesn't have really much variety.
Really?
You imagine eating that ugali every goddamn day.
But not everybody
It's
eats
like,
ugali
God
every day. What do you
damn.
mean?
But that's a prejudice. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I know Kenya in a different way now, but I had to get used to it.
Okay.
But then, after my taste buds got converted,
Okay.
you know what I mean? Converted to the Kenyan vibe, you know what I mean? Then like
my taste buds never got converted. Sorry.
Keith, man, your taste buds need to be converted. You need to be baptized, man. Yeah, after my taste buds got converted, I know the right way to eat ugali. You know what I mean? You gotta mix it up with the mbuzi choma. You gotta have some pili pili, some kachumbari.
Yes.
You gotta really like have a taste for that. You feel me? And like when that thing is really smoky, and that taste comes from that meat. You know what I mean? But I had to get used to it. But yeah, so like now, like
shout out to you, man. Maybe you can help me next time I'm there to get used to it.
Listen, man, you gotta eat some authentic. You know, like the thing is, there's a lot of people from the States. You know, they eat like from the tourist places. You know what I mean?
That is so true.
Like you gotta eat from the local places. Like now, I mean, I eat Kideri.
I've seen you doing
Mokimo.
that. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I feel like I enjoy Kenyan food now, but before I had to really like get used to just the unique style of Kenyan dishes, and I think that's why like I feel like Kenyan food is not the most popular because outside
it's bland.
we used to spices like in a way where
Exactly.
you know what I mean?
Because it's bland. Don't try to be nice. Because it's bland.
It's different.
I don't know why you guys
Yeah.
are eating. I'm not sure.
Yeah. It's different though, but it's good.
That's not hating. It has no taste. It's bland.
It has taste, Mr. Newsom.
There's no flavor. Like, man, what am I eating? What is this? What is this nothing? What is this big starchy plate of nothing? I mean,
Have you tried Joby's food? Then you'll know.
not yet. Hey, not yet.
But I
Not
tell
yet.
you what though, like the food here is very healthy because I gained so much weight. You know, every
Right.
time I came,
That is so true.
I
I've
mean
seen
the-
that.
I mean that boozy,
You
that
have gained
cuckoo,
weight. In a good way.
in a good way.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's all good.
Everything, of course, is healthy. I'm not saying,
It
you
is
know,
healthy.
the fruits and vegetables are, fruits and vegetables are great. I'm just saying that other starchy shit I can't eat.
You gotta get used to it, man. But if like I said, in the States we have so much variety of foods, and that if you're used to that Southern cuisine,
Right.
like with the spices is different. You know what I mean? But Kenya's great for like in many ways. I mean, I'm telling you, like even though the food is not the best, I still find myself coming back to Nairobi. I mean that like they make up for it in other ways. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's a backhanded compliment.
No, it's
Even if
not,
the food's
it's not,
the
it's
best, I find myself coming back to Nairobi.
Of course, but listen though, that's something that I feel like people who understand cuisine.
Right.
I'm speaking to the people that actually understands cuisine, understands like spices and I mean Indian food. Like if you were to say what is the top
I hate Indian food. God damn, that's I
what are
hate
you
that
eating, bro?
garbage.
What
I
are you
can't
eating?
stand that shit.
He doesn't like it.
What the key?
I can't.
What's your favorite?
I'd rather eat Kenyan food than Indian food. I can't stand that shit there.
It's very
Just
delicious. Very delicious.
Really?
Yeah.
So Keith, what? Give me your top three
Yes.
best international dishes, man. Let me put you on the spot.
I remember this dishes. I love Mexican cuisine. Love it. I love Brazilian steak houses.
Okay.
Love Brazilian food. Oh my God, I love it.
Okay.
So Mexican, Brazilian. What else? The Brazilian probably would be West African. All that shit came from Angola,
Right.
Congo. So that's really just African food right there. Let's see. That's probably it. I really can't even stand French food. That shit tastes there. Damn sure not no English cooking. Woo wait, nothing in England. Nothing. Not from nothing. Anything British, nothing. Ugh. So probably my cuisine will probably be, that's probably why I like Noma Choma in Kenya.
Yeah.
I love so if it'll be cuisines, probably be Mexican and Mexican, Brazilian, so probably like some kind of like African Spanish hybrid kind of thing.
Okay. I mean that's fair. I mean that sounds good. Like for me, it's Mexican, Indian, Ethiopian, of course Caribbean, the whole Caribbean islands, Jamaica, Trinidad, Haiti,
Caribbean's good too.
Caribbean. And I would say West African, Ghana, Nigeria. So those are like my top 5.
Amazing.
And then of course the Asian dishes like Vietnamese, Thai food. Those are like definitely up there.
It depends. Chinese food I love. Chinese food I do like the best. Even though when I was in Thailand, motherfucker fed me a dog when I was in Thailand.
That's why I can't mess with them Asians, man. They'll feed you.
No, I'll tell you a story. I tell everybody, I'm not kidding. I went to, I met this chick, at that time I was still a womanizer, and she would like to meet her family. They made me dinner. I was like, oh, this is cool. And I was eating that shit with somebody. I said, hey, what is this?
Right.
They said, dog. Dog. Fuck is dog. What's that? What's that show? He said, dog, rough. I got up. See, you're not supposed to, my disgust made me be disrespectful of the people that were hosting me. And then I said, what the fuck? You don't serve nobody a dog. But I know in their culture they eat that shit.
Right.
And that's how I was like 21. I didn't know none of that. But you don't feed nobody no damn dog. What's wrong with you people? But that was their culture. They eat dogs. I didn't know. And I was like, I can't say I eat a dog. That's crazy.
We do have, there are mosquitoes
So
in the building.
So I was probably asked to leave. Get your ass out of here.
Daryl Mosquito is saying, is your guest from the Caribbean? I sense American and Caribbean in the accents.
Yeah,
Live in
definitely.
Tampa.
It's Caribbean American Day accent for sure. Like I said, I was raised in Haiti from the age 10. Now I grew up in Florida. I've lived all over America, from Florida, Tennessee, South Carolina, North Carolina, all over the South, man. I've traveled all over.
South Carolina, North Carolina. What's up? What part of North Carolina did you live in, man?
No, I used to travel out there, like just.
All right.
But my mainstay was in South Carolina. But you can't live in South Carolina and not be in North Carolina. So I used to be.
You go back and forth. So what part of South Carolina were you in?
I was around Augusta, North Augusta.
Okay. Augusta, Georgia, right there on the South Carolina line. So right there on the border. I got you.
Yeah, definitely. But I used to be around Charlotte, Raleigh, all over, man. Just traveling. But then the Carolinas have some of the best mountain views.
Okay.
Even Georgia too. So, I mean, you know the Rift Valley.
The Rift Valley,
here in Kenya.
Absolutely.
Like they have some. So there's like these mountains in the Carolinas and Georgia. It's like
Appalachians.
I mean, the view is just stunning. You know what I mean? I feel like one of the things that America is not known for is the nature.
Facts.
Because we're so like such just a business, like capitalist society. So people just think America is just about the go-getter lifestyle.
Yeah.
Just come and get your money. But like,
beautiful nature in America.
I mean, like that's why a lot of people don't want to leave. I like really.
And that's true because
like,
I do agree with you. They don't want to even with the racism.
Yeah.
And all them beautiful areas are full of them racist ass crackers.
Yeah.
But up in the foothills. But America is beautiful.
I mean,
stunningly beautiful.
Some of the most. And the nature is so diverse.
Right.
Like in Florida, you have the tropical, like just the beautiful beaches on the West Coast. But then right up the hill, up in Georgia, you have the most beautiful mountains. But then the weather is like subtropical at the same time.
Right.
And like fruits grow like wildfire over there, like peaches, everything. Like you really don't have to leave America. And I think sometimes, people think like, America's just this terrible place. I mean, outside of politics and all that stuff, but like just nature-wise, like you could literally live there and feel like you don't really need to go anywhere else. And that's why I always give props to people who find it within themselves to leave and travel. Like if you can find yourself leaving America, your ass is strong.
Okay.
Yeah, because
it
America
takes some real strength to leave America.
Right.
Like you said, America's so diverse. Like me growing up in California, you got the deserts out there, along with the oceans, and you got mountains. America is like since it's so big, it has so many different ecosystems. Like we live in Florida now, completely different in California, where you got the desert, you got the high desert, you got the mountains, then you got the water there, you got the cactus and all that other kind of shit, and then out in the southeast, like you said, you got forestry.
It's very
America's just so diverse.
Definitely. So outside of all the other stuff, like you can really have a sustainable very high quality life.
Right.
You know what I mean? And the funny thing is, though, those places, some of the more remote areas, it's not so expensive.
Yeah.
You get nature, you get everything, and if you really someone who's really into like gaming,
Right.
there's wild animals everywhere. You can go hunting and all that stuff. You know, it's just like you can really live like a free life.
You have to be intentional.
Yeah, you
about
have to
it.
be intentional about it to
Yes.
experience it. Yeah.
But let's talk about the global village, which is definitely doing amazing. And
I appreciate
you
it.
are super passionate about it. Have you ever had anybody just, taking a look at your content and they're like, what, I'd love to travel to Africa, or basically because of your content,
Of course.
I'm actually here right now.
Definitely.
And also the vision for Global Village. What is it?
Alright, so once again, those of you watching, my YouTube is called Kixkeya Global Village. Kixkeya, Kixkeya Global Village. And I guess the story that I'm archiving
Absolutely.
on Kixkeya Global Village is my story and my experience and what I bring to the world in terms of my views of what I see. And my life is relatable to a lot of people because, like I said, I don't do shit for clickbait. I really bring like an authentic feel.
Right.
And many people have watched my YouTube and want to travel. I've actually met people who came to Nairobi by virtue of watching the channel.
Right.
And
Amazing.
yeah, like I've been able to, just move around with individuals.
Right.
I've met people here, they didn't come here because of my channel per se,
Yeah.
but we shared experiences
Okay.
because they watched the channel. Now that I've met them in person,
Right.
like it's like wow, like we really get to connect in the flesh. And so yeah, but like Kixkeya Global Village, it's about sharing the positivity in Africa, showing that like listen, like there's really not much of a difference between the States and Africa in terms of lifestyle.
Right.
Like, and I actually find life even more sustainable here than certain parts of the States.
Right.
Like Uber doesn't work everywhere in America.
Okay.
Uber Eats does not work 24/7
In America. Or some
like
parts.
in some parts.
Okay.
Even in some major cities, you can even find issues. But here, like in Nairobi, I can order food 24/7.
Yes.
Like I know I can depend on there's not a time.
I don't know where you in America where you can't order.
Man, come on,
Eats at?
listen, man. There are certain places people is not going.
Maybe out in the mountains of Georgia somewhere.
Man.
But nowhere in no major city.
Listen,
if you can't order like in Atlanta, Tampa, Miami, LA, New York, Philadelphia, somewhere in America, in a major city, you can't order that junk.
It depends on where you at. Some places the delivery guys may not want to go. You might.
Oh, you talking because you might be ordering from the hood. They say, nah, we're not going there getting knocked upside the head. We're not delivering up in there. Are you crazy? We're not delivering no food up in there. That's right. That's because of certain areas.
Right.
Some parts of Chicago, some parts of Miami, some parts of Atlanta, LA.
Right.
They're not gonna go there. They say, listen here. You're going to have to, you better get a car. We're not delivering in the neighborhood.
Right.
Are you crazy? We're not getting shot in the face bringing you shrimp fried rice.
Real talk.
Right.
Real talk, man. In fact, they might even get that order and help themselves while they at it, man.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm telling you, shit do happen. That happens sometimes.
That's true.
But yeah, but I'm saying that to say like
Yes.
people.
Kenya is amazing.
Yeah, like
Yes.
people who have not traveled and who might be reluctant to travel.
Yeah.
They might feel like if they leave the States that they're gonna actually miss out on something.
Yeah, that's what they're afraid of. Exactly. They're afraid they've been told so much propaganda.
Yeah.
It's like they're afraid that they leave America. They just believe, especially when they're in Africa. When they're in Africa, you know in their mind like, Africa? Yeah, you crazy? What's they don't got nothing but flies and starving kids. And like, no, they don't.
Definitely scrape off that notion because it's not it, and I love what you're doing because you're scraping off that notion and narrative about Africa.
Definitely.
But is there a possibility for you to start teaching again on your YouTube channel?
I mean that.
Do you
that
see that happening? It may not be now.
Yeah, it may not be now, but I
Yeah.
feel like that's in me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the roots. Like we can have a conversation about this
Yes.
anytime.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm not afraid to talk about health and wellness. But it's just that
The African history.
the African history.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm just having a unique experience. You know, like
You're having a great time.
having a great time. And
Traveling the
so
world.
traveling, you know, just meeting people and things of that
Have
nature.
you,
So,
have you traveled down to Southern Africa yet?
man, listen, I have not made it yet, man. I told you
Get down,
there's
get
something
down,
in them
get down to
Ugali
South
that-
Africa, get down to Namibia, get down to Zimbabwe. I'm just in the place I love, the place I've been that I love. Okay,
yeah. Talk
get down to
about
those, get down to those places.
Yeah.
You'll love them.
I mean, eventually,
Of course.
I
Of course.
wanna go to Rwanda and Uganda. I haven't been there,
Mm-hmm.
but right now,
I've been to Uganda, so I can't say nothing about Uganda. I haven't been.
like Kenyan music,
Come on.
that
Yes.
Shang,
Mm.
that
And you're
Genghis
learning. I love the
Arvin
way you're learning
of course.
the language.
Here, Todd, you know Shane talk? I never heard Todd talk no Shane. Get out of here.
Oh my God.
Real talk.
I do. What do you
Every
mean?
time sounds like she grew up around me. That's how crazy. Every time in Africa, sounds like she grew up in my neighborhood.
Oh my God.
Listen, Keith, Iriton's an anomaly. She's an anomaly, man. She,
I know.
yeah,
But I love the passion
Yeah.
that you do have, honestly.
definitely.
You know, like nowadays when we talk, you'll be like, you tell me something in Swahili, and I'm
Yeah.
like, cool, that's what's up.
I got to.
Yeah.
It's a must, you know.
You were meant to
Yeah.
be your Kenyan.
Well, listen, some people said
You're a Kenyan, actually.
I might be a Luo or a Luya.
Hmm.
That's what people tell me.
Have
so,
you
I
done
don't
the
know.
ancestral DNA?
You know, the thing is, I'm not
Your
really
thing?
so passionate to do like ancestry because I feel like I don't have an identity crisis. If I did do an
Do you
ancestry,
think it's about an identity crisis?
a lot of
though?
people do it because they want to find some part of themselves that they feel like they're missing. And me, I've never felt that way. I've always been confident within my own self to know like what my roots is. But if I did do the African ancestry, it would be to get an African passport. That's the only reason. All right, let me go to freaking Benin or some shit. Okay, here, give me my passport, nigga. That's
Oh
so
my
I can
gosh.
travel to Africa. That's,
said that.
I mean,
You're being honest.
of course.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's, to me, that's one of the most important things. If you were gonna do a DNA test,
Right.
then if you find some part of you and that particular country
Right.
welcomes you
Absolutely.
as a citizen because of your DNA, why not?
Right.
You know what I mean? It's a
Absolutely.
plus. But in terms of doing it because I want to find out if I'm such and such, I feel like I don't have to.
Right.
You know what I mean? I was born with this energy
Okay.
and with the knowledge to know like who I am, and I've
Absolutely.
shared multiple cultures.
Right.
I'm from Haiti, but the roots of that island is from the Tainos, the Arawaks, the Amerindians. Indians. You know, there were Africans already living on that land.
Okay.
Africans were always traveling the world. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
Like Christopher Columbus did not found. He
No.
was not the first voyager.
Thank you for saying that.
You know,
Yes.
so we already know that there's pyramids in Mexico, the Olmecs, the Aztecs, you know, ancient civilizations. Like you can find the reflection of Africa in the Americas. Like it's like intertwined.
Yes.
You feel me? So we know that stuff.
Amazing.
It's in us. Like they say, it's
Absolutely.
not on you, it's in you.
It's
You
in
feel
us.
me? So
We're gonna talk
Yeah.
about the challenges
Uh-huh.
you face maybe in Kenya or basically just touring around. If there are some challenges before we wind up, and also maybe if you found a Kenyan wife.
oh my goodness. Here we, in this day and age, you talk about finding a wife. Oh my gosh.
No, I'm just saying.
Man,
Stay single, brother.
man, tell me about it. Tell me about it. For real, for real. I mean, some of the challenges, okay, like I don't know. I mean, there's always challenges. I think challenges come when you dealing with people in general.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? People who will make promises on certain things but doesn't deliver.
Okay.
Stuff like that. But I mean, I haven't really found like a major challenge to say like, you know, Africans are very welcoming. You know, to this day, you know.
Right.
I mean that. People have been great to me. I don't disrespect anyone, you know, and I think that's one of the things. Sometimes people from America or Europe come here, they come with like, oh, I'm better than you mentality, and they want to disrespect people. I've seen it a lot. Even, I mean, all people do it. A lot of white people do it more than blacks.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where they feel like they're superior.
Better, yes.
But I don't know. I don't have that type of energy. I feel like I'm just living just like any other African.
Absolutely.
You know, they don't have a prejudice. When people look at me, they think I'm African.
True.
So, yeah.
You're African. You mean they think you're African because you're African?
I mean, yeah, I am. But you know, what I'm saying is
they wouldn't question.
They wouldn't question the fact that I'm from the States. Like for example, like if when I'm in the States.
Right.
Certain parts, they look at you like, oh, you know, you're not from here, you know. I don't get that a lot when I'm in Florida, but once I cross certain parts, yeah, you know, you're not from here.
Absolutely.
Feel me?
And you don't get that here.
You don't get that.
You fit in perfectly.
And even when they know, like, oh, you from the Caribbean, you from Haiti, you like your
so much love and interest also.
Big ups.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because in Africa, they embrace the diaspora.
Absolutely. So much.
You know, either South America, Caribbean.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So it's all good.
Amazing.
Yeah.
The last question as you're winding up right now. There's a lot of African Americans who are literally moving to Africa, right? And there's one thing that you said as you were having this conversation about the fact that if most of the people who want to leave America shouldn't, but what is making them to leave? I know the answer, but I want to hear your perspective.
I mean, there's really not one answer. I feel like people leave based on their personal desires. I left, not permanently, but you know, now I'm in Africa extensively. Because I wanted to know Africa for myself. I didn't just want to read about it. I wanted to experience the culture. I wanted to learn the language. I wanted to have that experience. I didn't necessarily leave America because I had to. I have family. My family loves me. They always call me.
Right.
My two favorite people is my mom and my grandmother.
Amazing.
There's not a day on this earth that goes by that one of them don't call me.
Right.
Multiple times in one day. So I'm very loved in my family, and so I don't think that I left because, man, I'm trying to get away from.
Okay, got it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But some people, they may have experienced like something in America where they have a disdain for that place, and they don't want to be there. You know, some people leave because their money stretches better in Africa, and they want to live a luxury life.
Absolutely.
Instead of freaking working a 9 to 5 and struggle, they can save a lot of money, build a business, and actually thrive on the continent. You know, so it just depends. So yeah, it's not really just like one answer per se.
Right.
Yeah.
Amazing, Musa. That has been amazing. I love your work. I love your passion in regards to your work.
Definitely.
And what's next in regards to the Global Village?
I mean, what's next?
What are we expecting? I know a lot of traveling, a lot of vlogs of different cultures, experiences in different parts of Africa or Kenya, because you really showcase a lot of places maybe where a lot of people have not traveled.
Right.
And some are even literally like Kenyans.
Definitely.
So it's a good exposure to a lot of people who follow your work. What's next for your
Yeah, I mean, what's next? I feel like it's more collaborations.
Amazing.
As I continue to build relationships, I feel like nurturing those relationships is important. Like yourself, we met last year. We did the podcast. Now you see that I went back home, then I came back to Nairobi. Here we are again. Like I'm here in your home studio. So that shows you, like, to me, it's about building relationships. It's not so much about, hey, look at me, look what I'm doing, this, that, and the third. Like, that's not really my vibe. I'm a relationship builder. I like to connect in a real way and make a real impact. You know, I like to promote, you know, people's things and what they're doing, creative ideas, and so I feel like that's what we're doing right now. So
that's what's happening.
Yeah, we're living in the present.
A lot of collaboration.
Yeah, definitely.
Networking
Definitely.
and impact.
Of course.
That's what's up with the one and only Musa. Kindly share your YouTube channel, social media handles.
Yeah, so social media handles everywhere is Kixkeya, KIXKEYA. Kixkeya Global Village. That's it.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
That's what's up with the one and only Musa. Follow him on all the social media platform. Amazing experiences on his YouTube channel. And also don't forget to follow the Blackwood Fire Radio Network on all the social media platform as you download our app on the Google Play Store. Order the t-shirts and hoodies. Order the supplements at Shagwonder CMOS, because your health is your wealth. That has been our time here on Let's Talk with Irutan. My name is Irutan Bungoria. Always sending you so much love and light. Mr. Newsome, your last take as you're winding up.